Morning everyone, we're just back at the Parenti spot, hoping for a Parenti. We're going to do a couple different things today. We're going to go to the Reptile Centre, we're going to go to the desert park, and then after that we're going to head out to the Macdonnell Ranges and stay there for a couple nights. So it should be a good day, should be pretty action packed. I'll show you a couple zoological institutions and then yeah, should be a good day.
You said that you've been lonely, makes you cold as ice. Hard to get to know me, but better than the lies. No way I'd let you slip by. No way.
We walked around looking for Parentis for about an hour or just over, and there was no Parentis, just a black-footed rock wallaby. But we're at the Alice Springs Desert Park now. Unfortunately, the Reptile Centre's closed today, so I'm keen to check this out. I've heard good things about it, so I'll do a nice little montage in here and we'll head out to the West Max.
I'd let you say bye. You said there ain't no reason, but I'll sit here every day, waiting for the moment I won't feel like I should stay. No way I'd let you slip by. No way I'd let you say bye. Can we watch it fade, fade away? Can we let it fade, fade away? We'll take it day by day. Can we watch it fade, fade away?
We were just leaving the desert park and there's this young Parenti sitting on this rock. This is Australia's largest lizard. They can grow up over 2 meters in length. This is just a young one and I'm shaking, I'm so excited. How incredible is this, guys? Wow, look.
You said that you've been searching, silencing my mind, trying to be patient, but running out of time. No way I'd let you slip by. No way.
Alright, we're just leaving the desert park now. It's been a really good day. The exhibits and Nocturnal House and Reptile House were incredible, and better than having water dragons around the zoo I work with at home. I've got Parentis. That is so good. Anyway, we're about to head off to the Macdonnell Ranges now and look for some snakes. Alright, we just made it to the spot where we're just going to have dinner. I've camped at this spot previously and I've seen quite a few species like inland marbled velvet geckos, helmeted geckos, and tristis, black-headed monitors. So I'm just going to walk this ridge line here where I've seen tristis before and hope I can catch one basking. Beautiful area. West Macdonnell Ranges is possibly my favourite place. It is so beautiful.
Let you say bye. You said there ain't no meaning, I just wanna understand everything that
Alright, we're finished dinner now and the sun is setting. So we're going to do some road cruising. Hopefully for some desert death adders. Fingers crossed.
No way I'd let you slip by.
First snake of the night, Stimson's python. Super stoked to see one of these guys again. They're absolutely beautiful out here. Yoo-hoo! Gonna take this guy off the road and get some photos and then let him on his way. Yoo! Now he's off the road, I can talk a little bit about him. So this is a children's or Stimson's python, whatever you want to call them. They're in a family of the smallest pythons of the world, Antaresia. Super common throughout northern and western Australia. Really cool snakes, I love coming across them. No matter how many you see, it's always cool. They are at home among these rocky outcrops. We'll let him go. Happy hunting, little guy. Here's a new species for the trip. So we saw the desert fat tail over in Uluru. This guy's actually Diplodactylus conspiculatus. I don't actually remember the common name. Although he lacks the pointy tip on the end of his tail. Which is how you ID these guys. They're very common. They do the same things as other fat-tailed geckos. Sleep in spider burrows during the day. Coming out at night to feast on termites. Really beautiful little geckos. Yes, we finally got our target for the night. Acanthopus pyrrhus, or the desert death adder. These guys are found from a little bit in Western Queensland, across the Northern Territory, Southern Northern Territory, and into Western Australia over to the Pilbara. They get quite a bit bigger than this. This is only a young one. The bugs are kind of annoying it. But my favourite part about these snakes are their keeled scales. They've got these beautiful raised scales all over their body. It is an absolute gorgeous snake. I'm so stoked to have found one. This is so good. One of the most common geckos in Australia, or the most common, the bi-nose gecko, found practically everywhere. There is another species in its family found here that do get bigger, the pale-headed gecko. That is something I'd actually really like to see. I'll keep cruising, try to find some cooler species that are a bit less common. Here's a species of beaked gecko. Not too sure what it is. I don't know if it's a western beaked gecko. It's just the second one we've seen in like 100 meters, so they must be pretty common in one area. I'll try to keep cruising for a Galliardus. Alright, morning everyone. We are currently at Ormiston Gorge, just going to go have a quick walk. Sorry for the lack of updates, I forgot to even let you know last night when we finished herping. But we're just going to do a tour of a lot of these gorges, just going to have a look around for some tristis, some parentes, and maybe even a daytime basking breadlight, but I think we've got to be very, very, very lucky to see that. Well, we'll update you when we do see something cool, and I'll just do some like scenic footage as we go along. Alright, we're finishing up doing the tours of the gorges. I reckon by far my favourite was Serpentine Gorge. It was so quiet there, no one was there. Really peaceful and beautiful. Although on the way here we did miss another parenti. I couldn't get footage of it, and we saw an Aki. So 2 animals we didn't get any footage or photos of. I was pretty frustrated with it. Anyway, I think we might do a late afternoon drive, see if we can't get another species of varanid, and then we'll have dinner. And then tonight I think we're going to walk a gorge, hoping for some geckos and a breadlie. That is pretty much the main reason for the trip, so we'll put some time in for him and hopefully we get one. First find of the night is a baby Burton's legless lizard. We'll let him on his way. Super common animals, seen them heaps. We'll get on the road for something better. Well, this is a new species for the trip. Orange nape snake, or moon snake they're also called, Furina ornata. Very common out here and throughout their range, and very tiny. Alright everyone, we're now walking a track to one of the many gorges of the West Macdonnell Ranges. We're hoping for a few gecko species, and we're going to go for breadlie. So fingers crossed we do come across one, but I am not getting my hopes up. They are difficult to find. Alright, unfortunately we didn't find any breadlie. Only a few geckos like Titella, a western beaked gecko, and a few binos. Although we're going to do some road cruising and see if we can't get more lucky doing that. I think we just road cruised an MEA. Oh my god.
It's tiny.
It's a little baby MEA. Oh my god. That is adorable. That is so cute. Finally, something cool tonight. How sick is that? So beautiful too. I might actually get a photo of this guy. Woohoo! Just got another MEA. Super sick. Alright everyone, we finished cruising for the night. Very slow night. Not much really moving. There was a couple of things straight after the sunset, and then only a couple MEA later on, which are always good to see. They're one of my favourite animals ever. But now I'm just going to try to walk down to a ridge line where I've seen inland marbled velvet geckos before, and hope that we get to see one. It is cooled off quite a lot, so fingers crossed we can still see one. Here we go, we just found one. This is an inland marbled velvet gecko, or Owadura cincta. In other parts of the country, like New South Wales and Queensland, where we've found these guys before, they actually live in more dead trees. Although in Central Australia, they're more associated with rocky outcrops. And they're a different colour in Central Australia. Their bands are less vivid, and they're a lot more yellow and dotty. Beautiful geckos. See how they use those sticky pads, which are actually micro hairs that adhere to the rock faces, so they can climb vertical surfaces with ease. This is very special for me and nostalgic. This is the first place where I got to see this species. Really awesome geckos. I really do love this species. Alright, we might let him go and I might get to bed. Although pretty stoked I got one. I was thinking we weren't going to see one. Morning everyone, we just had breakfast and we're going to do some driving this morning just a quick drive to hopefully see something basking on the road, and then we're gonna head to the Alice, and then after that we've got to do some shopping, and then maybe head out to the East Macdonnell Ranges. I'm not too sure. We'll just see how the day pans out and see what happens. And we finally made it. Just finished up at the Reptile Centre. It was good going back there again. I love the gecko cave. It's definitely goals. I want that at home. We're Coles now, just getting some, and then we're going back out. We're going to the East Macdonnell Ranges. Something different tonight and this afternoon, and hopefully find some parenties. Just driving out of the Eastern Macdonnell Ranges, and we just saw this little netted dragon basking on a rock. Seen quite a few of these this trip. They're always common throughout Central Australia. Just that beautiful reticulated pattern on the back of their body there. It's just an absolutely gorgeous lizard. I love coming across them. Very cool. Alright, we've made it to Simpson's Gap. We're going to try for a tristis, or even better, a breadlie. It's late in the afternoon, so we're just going to wait out the rest of the afternoon here, and then after dark go for a bit of a herp. But it's absolutely gorgeous here. All the gorges here are good. That was a really lovely walk. We saw a few different birds and a rock wallaby, no reptiles, but we're going to start road cruising now, and hopefully the snakes start coming out as the day cools off. Pretty crazy. We turned all the lights off. We're just road cruising, and there's an actual bushfire burning up the mountain. It actually looks really cool in the distance, just that red glow on the top of a mountain. Kind of looks like a volcano. We tried looking for this species in Kubapedi. We failed, and the last few nights we have been stopping for nearly every single little gecko we've seen in hopes it was one of these guys. It's probably one of the ugliest ones I've ever seen, but this is a Diplodactylus galeatus, or the helmeted gecko, or mesa gecko is also what they're called. That beautiful head pattern is what they get their name, helmeted gecko. Looks like a helmet on their head. I keep these guys in captivity, and they are by far have one of the best personalities out of all the geckos. I absolutely love these species. I've seen them before here in the West Macdonnell Ranges, but I didn't photograph them. So I'm pretty stoked to have finally have the opportunity to do that. This is a female. She looks like she might have dropped a clutch of eggs recently as well. It is spring, so a lot of animals are breeding. Pretty exciting.
Left brain. Don't say we can't, oh, just don't say another word. These thoughts you've imagined aren't real, aren't adding up. You fetched your ideas from nowhere.
Alright, road cruising has been really slow. Probably the slowest night we've had night cruising the whole trip. Although we're back in another gorge. Gonna walk around here for quite a bit. The rocks feel really warm. So let's hope there's a snake basking on them. Wish us luck. We're walking around this gorge for a little bit, so hopefully we get something. I shined this bloke from all the way down the bottom of the cliff. Inland marwood velvet gecko. Same species I showed you guys last night, just different location. How sick is that? Always love coming across these guys.
Your logic's impaired, your full picture is cropped. Cause we both know one day they're just gonna try again. Without doubt, might say if all's gonna mend. We both know that one day the sun's gonna rise again. So don't pout for our sake, cause this ain't the end.
I'm just walking along and I had this thing staring back at me. Black-footed rock wallaby gave me the biggest fright. I was not expecting that. I'm super high up on a cliff now. Very high. That is super cool though. Hey mate, have you seen any breadlie around? Nah. Cheers anyway. Alright everyone, unfortunately that's all we found. Our head torches are on their last bit of battery, so we can't really risk walking anymore, otherwise we're going to have no torches to get back. So we might just end the night with a bit of road cruising and then head off to bed. Tomorrow's going to be hotter, so hopefully tomorrow night we'll have better success with snakes. Unfortunately we didn't see anything on our way back to camp. Although this will be the end of episode 3, so please remember to like and subscribe so you can catch the final episode of our Central Australia trip. Thanks everyone for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and follow our socials down below.
We both know that one day the sun's gonna rise again.